Hey everybody, this is Andrew here at PressBox Stats. The most frequent request for video that I've gotten is to basically do a full game demo, just to show how you would enter a game as it's happening in real time, the speed of the game, the speed of the app, and so on. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show a streaming game, courtesy of SMG Network between Triway and Fairless. And on the right side there, you'll see the app, and I'm just going to score the game as the app goes. And I have muted the video. If you want to watch the video in its entirety, I'm going to include the link in the description of this video. But otherwise, I'm going to do some voiceover commentary, basically how I'm using the app and explain some different screens as we go. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So again, this game is Tribally Fairless. I've already created the game. I'm going to go ahead and open up the game in the app, and I'm ready to go. Triway is on the 40, picking to the right. So I have Triway possession. Going to go to kickoff, and our kicker is number 88. All right, kicked it to the 33, drag it to the 33 and hit next. And then the returner here was number 11, and he returned it to the 38, it looks like. So I can tap the arrows to go to the 38, or I can drag the football. You can do either one. Yep, 38-yard line. So I'll go and hit next, and now Fairless will have the ball. Actually, the tackler here was Travi number 30, and next. First and 10 for Fairless and the 38. We have a run play. All right, let's go run. Fairless number 4 was the runner. And let's see where he got tackled. It looks like it's going to be about the 35. Yep, 35. So that's a 3-yard loss. Gonna drag that back 3, hit next. And tackler here was Travis number 20. So I do have the defensive stats enabled with my account. You can turn them off, turn them on, or turn them on only for your team. I have them enabled for both teams. So when we have the ball, I'll just skip through the screens for Fairless. All right, pass play 6-1 complete. All right, pass. Fairless's passer is number 6. Receiver is number 1. Looks like ball slated at the 40. Place at the 40, so I'll go ahead and drag it there. And then tackler is number 11. Third and 8 in the 40. Pass play. Sacked. All right, so here's a pass play, and it was number 6, and it was a sack. Looks like the ball's gonna be spotted around the 38-yard line. We're waiting for the referee to spot that for sure. Yep, 38-yard line. Let's go ahead and hit next. And the tackler here was number 70. And one thing that just to call out is a sack is technically rushing yardage. So if you wanted to, you could put that in there as a run play, or you can choose the pass play option and choose sack. All right, so special teams punt. The punter is number 5. All right, balls from the 30. Number 20 from the 30. All right, let's drag it over to the 30. Next, returner was number 20, and he returned it, looks like to about the 37-yard line. Yep. And the clock time ended the possession, so clock time is 9:49. And you'll see here, I'm going to skip defensive stats for Fairless in this game. That was a 3-play, 0-yard drive. They did not gain any net yardage there, and possession was 2:11. All right, Shaway has the ball. Run 34. Right. It's like out to maybe the 41. And as we're going through this game, you'll hear me call out some things. So I am a statistician for my local high school as well. And so sometimes when things happen, I might call out certain things just to keep them in my mind when I get ready to score when the play's over. So if I say run and a certain number, that's just typically how I remember things as the play's happening. Run 34. And you'll see here is the second run play. Anytime you have a run or a pass play, it'll actually store the person who did that stat last for that team. So number 34, Wyatt Poston, was already selected here. It was a 1 yard loss. So I hit back one and hit next. And again, I'm not tracking Ferris's defensive stats. So I'm just skipping through that screen. No problem at all. All right, we have 3rd and 7 here. Let's play 15 passing. It's complete. Pass, passer 15. The receiver is number 1. Drag this down to 42-yard lines where that was spotted. Pass play, incomplete. Oop, there's a flag to play. I will still put this play in though. So we go pass. 15 is already in there. Intended for number 20. I'm going to press incomplete. So let's see what the penalty was here. Ooh, looks like ineligible downfield. And they're going to accept that. So I'm going to go ahead and select the penalty option on this play and hit next. And no pass defense stats there. The penalty was on try-away for ineligible receiver downfield. You have the option here of from the line of scrimmage or from the end of the play if they want to keep the play, or from the spot if it was somewhere in the middle. This is line of scrimmage, so it's going to overwrite it. So 1st and 15 on the 47. Pass play 15 to 1. Maybe 39 or so. Let's drag the ball down close. And as statisticians, we always need to make sure we wait for the referee to spot the ball, so we're putting the ball exactly where it goes. Second and 7 on the 39. Pass 15 to 10. Close to a first down, but might not be there. Where are they spotting it at here? Looks like the 33. All right, next. And you'll see there the pass play does default to completed. So if it was incomplete, interception, sack, or a scramble, you would have to make sure you choose those options. And we'll see all those throughout the game here. We've got a penalty here. This is the dead ball penalty. So I don't have to enter a play. I can just press the penalty button. Looks like a false start on try-way. It's going to bring us back to, let's make sure they marked it off to the 38, because as we know, referees sometimes might do one too many or one not as many, not enough yards. So yep, looks like they marked off correctly, because we can override that there in that screen if we have to. But now should be 3rd and 6 on the 38. That's 15 to 20 complete. Down to the 29. Yep, 29. All right. 1st and 10 on the 29. All right, penalty. Looks like it's going to be on fairless. So for the team here, I'm just go ahead and hit the swap button to change the penalty from try to fairless. It was offsides. Make sure they mark off the 24. If they marked off the 24-yard line, and hit next. So should be 1st and 5 from the 24. Pass. 15 to somebody. Looks like 15 to 1 was the intended receiver there. So 15 to 1. incomplete. So if it's an incomplete pass, you do not have to put the target in there, but if you know who the pass was intended for, you can put the target in. In this case, I do. It was intended for number 1. So it's incomplete. I'm going to hit next. Again, not putting in defensive stats for Fairless. And next, second 5 from the 24. That was forward, so it's a pass, 15-5. All right, pass, 15-5. See where they mark this one down at. Right on the 8. It's touching the 8, so we're good to go there, down to the 8. So that was a 16-yard gain. All right, first and goal at the 8. Run, 34. Again, 34 is already selected there since he was the last person to run it for this team. Where did he get to? Ball's touching the 6, so it's still in the 6. Let's play. 15-1, incomplete. 15-1, incomplete. Third and goal from the 6. Yes. Fast to 1 for a touchdown. But there's a penalty. Looks like it's holding. So we can still do 15-1 for a touchdown. We'll mark the touchdown button, but we'll also mark the penalty button here as well. We'll go to the next screen. No defensive stats there. The penalty looks like it's a holding. It's on Triway. And instead of from the end of play, again, we're going to do it from the line of scrimmage, which will negate the stats from this play. So nothing will happen. They should be marking the ball off to the 16. That's correct. So let's go ahead and hit next. And now it's third and goal. Now notice the app does say 3rd and 18 here instead of 3rd and goal, but it's still at 3rd and 18 from the 16. So it's not going to award a first down. That's just an aesthetics thing we look to fix, but nothing that's going to affect the statistics for the app. Pass intercepted. Looks like it's from the 1. That's where his back foot was. Can't see his number right now. And he's gone. All right, so this will be fun. So it's going to be a pass play here. Number 15. Just drag the ball to where it was intercepted at, which was the 1-yard line. Hit the intercept option and hit next. And the Fairless player who intercepted it was number 1. And we could drag the football, or I guess hit the touchdown option, which is the 99-yard touchdown. And I'm going to hit next. The clock time is 5:02. And done. And now it automatically brings up the point after screen here. So the kicker is going to be number 32. So I can go ahead and select number 32 here. Then we'll wait to see whether or not the kick was made. And just one reminder here on the point after screen, whether you're doing a kick or a run or a pass, it defaults to no good. So that good option you see there, it says no. So don't forget that if the kick is made or if they convert the 2-point conversion, make sure you always check that good option before hitting next out of the screen. Kick is good. I'm going to hit good and hit next. And drive summary, 11 plays, 23 yards, and 447 time possession. So that was, again, the possession from Travis' possession. Since it's an interception return, it's not going to say as a 0-play drive. That's going to summarize the most recent possession that happened there. All right, so now that we have that, as this is getting ready for the kickoff here, I'm going to show you here in the app. You can go to the Plays tab. You can see the drive summary here. You can expand this and see any of the plays. You can also go to the Stats tab. You can see updated statistics for both teams at all times. And you can also scroll down, you can see team statistics, first downs, third down efficiency, yards, passing, rushing, penalties, turnovers, time of possession. You can see all of that here as well. And the next time we have a break in the action, I will also show you the game cast, which actually I might be able to show you real quick. I'm only recording part of my screen, so it's not going to show the whole thing, but our Gamecast URL here has very similar stuff. So it syncs from the app to the internet every 40 seconds. And so it's been at least 40 seconds. So it's going to see here, you have the scoring, the stats, and so on. You have the stats tab and the plays tab, just like we did on the app. But again, I'm not going to show too much of that right now since the kickoff's getting ready to happen. But that Gamecast will be kept up to date as the game goes. Again, if you have internet, it'll sync every 40 seconds. If you don't have internet, whenever you do get it and you reopen the game, it'll sync all those plays for you. And that's great for media, great for fans, great for coaches. All right, Fearless is kicking off. Number 32 is their kicker. In this case, the ball was kicked to the 5-yard line. Number 20 return. Drag this to the 5. Hit X for the kickoff return. It was number 20. And he returned it, it looks like, out to the 20. Make sure they spot the ball. Looks like they're going to spot it right in the 20, so we are good to go here. All right, try ball, 1st and 10. Run 34. Looks like it might have gotten 1 yard. Let's double check this where they spot it. Yep, 21-yard line. It was a design run. 15 kept it. All right. Run. It wasn't 34. This time it was 15 running the ball. 33-yard line. 12-yard gain. Next, 1st down. Pass play. That was a called pass. Looks like he's scrambling. Well, we can show how to do this in a minute. All right. Video didn't see the end of the play. Let's do pass. It was number 15. We're going to drag this over here. There's a scramble option at the end right here. And now you see there's no intended receiver because it was a run. Looks like it's out to the 43. So let's drag this to the 43. It's going to be a 10-yard gain. Next. And again, that will properly award the quarterback with rushing statistics instead of passing, as it should. Run 34. Out to the 46. Now this is great because this is a turf field and it's good weather. So 1, the referees are putting the ball down right away, and 2, it's easy to see the hashes. But obviously sometimes if it's wet and they're holding the ball, the referees are drying the ball off, or you can't see the hashes. Sometimes you might need to wait a couple more seconds to figure out where they're spotting it. But again, the app works very quickly. Once you get that done, you just hit next and then you're good to go. Pass. It was forward. Looks like 15-5. Where do you, let me step out here. 35. Let's see. Run 34. Run 2-yard line. First and 10 on the 20. Pass the 24, incomplete. Pass. 24 is the intended receiver. Notice right now, when it defaults to completed, it says receiver number 24. If you make it incomplete, it does change it to target. All right, next, no defender. Second and 10. Run 15. Oh, fumble. Looks like we made a loss. All right, let's put a run play here. It was a design run. Run number 15. And since there was no return, we're just going to drag his run to wherever the ball was recovered, which was, looks like the 15-yard line here. So let's drag this to the 15. He's going to get 7 rushing yards on this. Hit fumble. I didn't see who caused it, and that's not a required field, but Fairless did recover. It was recovered by number 11, and there was a 0-yard return. So the ball's going to stay on the 15. Hit next, and the clock time here is 2:14. You can see there that drive was 8 plays, 65 yards, 2:48 off the clock. Nothing to show for it again for Triway. Run number 1. Excuse me. All right, Fairless. Number 1 ran the ball. Looks like he spotted at the 14 for -1. Let's hit next. And number 20 was the tackler here. And whenever you put in these defensive stats, so that was a tackle for loss there. It's not going to ask you explicitly for tackle for loss, but it'll ask you who the tackler was. And if it was for negative yardage, it'll automatically assign the tackle for loss as well to the appropriate player or players. Pass play number 6. Looks like it's complete. 6 to number 1. So pass play number 6 to number 1. Out to 31. A 17-yard gain. Number 20 again was a tackler here. First and 10 on the 31. Pass play 6 to 1 complete. Oop, there is a flag. All right, so we're going to do pass 6 to 1 complete. Where do you get the ball to? Sometimes you have to wait to see where they're marking the penalty off from. Looks like it might be the 33. So we'll hit the penalty option here, and we'll wait to see where they're going to mark this off from before we actually decide where this ball is going to go to. All right, 33 was the end of the play, so it looks like they're marking us off from the end of the play. Oh, nope, they're not. They're marking off from the line of scrimmage, it looks like. Okay. So we can still keep the results of this play, but since we mark off the penalty from the line of scrimmage, it won't be a problem there. Let's do holding. The ball should go to the 21, and that is where the ball is right now. So first and 20 from the 21. So again, it looks like we're missing this play here. The video didn't move. So got another run, got another penalty. So let's go ahead and put this in. It was run number 4. He ran to, looks like maybe the 28. But there was a penalty. So I'm going to check the penalty box. We're going to wait to see what happens here. Looks like it's going to be on try-away. They are marking off from the 28. So penalty there. Tackle was number 5. And then the penalty is going to be on try-away. It looks like this was a face mask excessive. And that's going to be from the end of the play. And it'll automatically add 15 yards. And they marked it off to the 43, which is correct. Otherwise, I could have changed it here. But we're good to go. So 1st and 10 on the 43. Run number 4. Out to maybe the 46. We'll double check here. Yep, 46. Next, the tackler here is number 10. And we have the end of the quarter. So I'm going to go ahead and hit end first quarter here. So that ends that. And while they're switching up, again, I can show you here if we go down to the stats here. So even at the end of the quarter, it'll update time of possessions at the very bottom there. You'll see time of possessions updated even though the drive isn't finished. All the team stats are here as well for both teams. And if you wanted to, you'll see at the very top right there, there is the icon, the little mail icon. You can do this whenever you want, but typically maybe halftime, definitely at the end of the game. You can load in media contacts onto your account so that whenever you send that, it'll automatically send an email to any of your media contacts. For me, there are 3 newspapers and 2 coaches I always email the stats after the game. And so it'll send an email to them. And that email will have a link to the Gamecast, which I showed you earlier, a link to a downloadable PDF that you can download, print out, and so on, and has the score in there as well. You can also provide a custom message. So if I wanted to here, I could provide a custom message. Sometimes my head coach wants me to include his phone number. So if the paper has any questions, they can always give him a call and to get comment for the game. So I always include a little comment there as well. All right, game's about ready to go here. It's going to be second quarter, 2nd and 7. Looks like the people with this video have not moved it yet. I'm not covering up any of the video. They just haven't. The cameraman just hasn't moved it yet. Run number 4. Okay, let's run number 4. Where did he get to? 42. Make sure, yeah, this is the try-away 42. Yep. Number 10 was the tackler. Run 4. Run number 4. Spotted at the 43. Back 1. So tackler there was number 50. And again, it shows just an option for 1 tackler, but once you choose the first tackler, it will ask you for the second if there were 2 people who had assisted tackles as opposed to 1 player with a solo. Play incomplete. The pass play, I'm going to mark incomplete here. I did not see a target there. Looks like he got hit. Didn't really get the throw off really else. I'll do incomplete. But for defense there was a hurry that caused them to rush that. So I'm going to put number 65 for the hurry on that play. There was no pass deflection like a defender knocking down the ball. That was more of the QB just got hit. So we'll put it under the hurry. And 3rd and 11 from the 43, 43. Pass plays, number 6. Number 5, incomplete. That one was knocked down. So pass 6 to 5, incomplete. And there was a pass deflection here. That was number 20. We have 4th and 11 on the 43. Like they are in punt formation, special teams punt. Number 5's already in there for the punt. The fake, it was a pass. All right, it was 6-4. It was incomplete. So I'm going to back out a punt. I'm going to open up pass. 6-4. Incomplete. And then I think that collision there, I think he did get the ball. So for pass deflection, let me go ahead and put the time, 11:02. And the pass deflection there was number 10, breaking up that pass. And again, there you go. A 9-play, 42-yard drive, 3:12 off the clock. Now it's Trolley ball. And for those drive summaries that pop up, you can specify your preferences as well. I have mine showing me after every drive. You can have yours never or at the end of only scoring drives. It's up to you. Run 34. Again, I'm just calling it out because as a statistician, that's a habit I have. I apologize if it's getting a little annoying, but that's just how I do it. It's out to the 46. Again, not keeping fairless stats, so you can easily just skip through that defensive stat page if you don't want to track anything. Pass play, there's going to be a penalty here. 15-1, but it might be coming back. So we'll do pass 15-1 out to about the 32, but it's not going to matter where I select it because if the penalty overrides the play, it will not track any of the stats from that play. I'm going to check the penalty option before I forget. Looks like illegal motion in the offense. So let's go next. Penalty was on try-way. Illegal formation, let's say, goes from the line of scrimmage. They marked it off to the 41. Yep, 41, so we're good to go. So now it's going to be 2nd and 12. And again, there was no stat recorded on that play. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video real quick here to describe what just happened here and how the app handles this. So with that play, there was a completed pass for so many yards, looks like for 22 yards, but there was a penalty that overrode it. So anytime there's a play where the penalty will override the play and there's not going to be any stats from it, you could just hit the penalty button here and just enter the penalty. You don't have to enter the play and the penalty if you don't want to. For me, I like to enter the play and then have the penalty override it. So that way, for those who are following along at home, or maybe the media or whoever, they can see the play-by-play, so they can see what happened. Instead of it being a dead ball, false start, they could see that, oh, there's actually a completed pass, but it was nullified by the penalty. So again, that's more of a play-by-play thing, just to help those who aren't the game to get an idea for what's happening. So that is your choice how you choose to score those plays. Pass 15-20. 15, 20, out to about the fearless 48. Yep. We have 15-24. Let's play 15-24. Down to the 38. Pass play 15. It was 15 to someone incomplete. 15-1 incomplete. So 15-1 incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10. Run 34. One referee's at the 33, one referee's at the 34. Let's see where they put it here. 34. $36. Okay, I think that was a design run. I'm going to enter this as a run play instead of a pass and scramble. 15 run. Down to about the 20. So another reason why I prefer if it was a scramble, entering pass play with a scramble as opposed to just a run play was down the road. Another feature I looked to add to the application would be reporting on like run play versus pass play trends and analytics and stuff like that. Pass play 15, 24 incomplete. Second and 10. Pass play. 15 to 5. Intercepted by number 8 in the end zones. Here we go. So we're going to do a pass play to number 5. We're going to drag the ball to the end zone here real quick. Notice how it marks a touchdown. We're going to change that and just hit the interception option instead. It'll uncheck the touchdown for us. Hit next. It was intercepted by Fearless's number 8. And for the result there, he could have returned it. You could drag that football, but we'll hit the touchback option. Now make a touchback. So next, 829. Done. And it's going to be first and 10 at the 20 for Fearless. That was an 8-play, 37-yard drive, 2:33 off the clock. Run number 4. 24-yard line. Tackler here with number 10. Second and 6 on the 24. Pass play number 6. I'm going to give both a hurry and a pass deflection there. It's incomplete to number 8. So pass to number 8 was incomplete. I think that hurry rushed that throw. The defender who knocked it down was number 2, and the hurry on that was number 11. I got timeout, it looks like. Timeout, Fearless. All right, so we're going to hit timeout, Fearless. And the clock time is 7:43. Done. See if I can skip through a little bit here to get to the next play. Oops, went too far. There we go. Third and 6 to 24. Pass. Ooh, he did get that off. Complete. Number 1. Pass to number 1. Complete. Looks like the ball's in what, the 16? Yep, it's not touching the 15, so it's on the 16. And lots of yardage there. And number 1 was the tackler on that play. 4th and 14. Here, I don't see them faking this one. Special teams punt. The 43, number 20 from the 43. Let this play out. All right, guys at the 43. Number 20 returned it, and he's down to what, the 6, maybe? Looks like they're spotting them on the 6. 6:43. First and goal. Again, they lost yardage on that play. It's a 3-play, negative 4-yard drive. First and goal at the 4. No, at the 6. Run 15. Down to the 4. And again, you'll see me keep the screen up until the referee officially puts the ball down. Second goal at the 4. Pass play. He's going to scramble it in for a touchdown. All right, here we go. No penalties. Pass play, number 15. We're going to choose the scramble option. Hit touchdown. Time on the clock is 6:05. And now we're on the PAT screen. The kicker here is 88. All right, he made it. And again, don't forget, check the good option. We're good to go. And that drive was 2 plays, 6 yards, and only took 38 seconds off the clock. And as they're getting ready to kick off here, again, you can come over here if you want to. You can go to stats. You can check updated stats for both teams. Passing, rushing, receiving, kicking, returns, defensive statistics. I'm keeping track of the Triway stats, but not the Fearless defensive stats there. All the team stats, and again, I do have all the Fearless offensive. I'm just not tracking their defensive stats. That's what our coach asks is. We handled just our team's defense. Plays. We're in the second quarter now, so I'll come over here. You can see all the drive summaries there, and all of this is available on the GameCast as well that I showed earlier. All right, Triway's gonna be kicking off. Number 88. So this play kind of happens off screen. I'm going to tell you what happens. It's a kick, squib kick to the right side, and the kicking team actually recovers this. So I'll show you how we score this in just a second. The cameraman was probably eating a snack. And Triway did recover. So it's a kickoff. DJ Corbett, number 88, kicked it to the 30. Obviously, you can't advance and recovered onside. I'm going to hit the onside option. So that way it'll ask me who recovered it. Otherwise, if I don't hit onside, I would just assume the defense returns the ball. So right there to the 30. And the player who recovered it was number 10. And again, didn't advance it or anything, so we'll hit next. And we're at, I'm just going to leave the couple seconds may have come off. Let's put 6 minutes on the clock here. And a try ball, first and 10 at the 30. Ball start. Penalty, try away. Ball start. Should be to the 35. And if for some reason he did not mark it off to the 35, you could use the left and right arrows here, or drag the football to the 34 or the 36, to whatever yard line the ball was on, to make sure we're accurate there. If it's a 6-yard penalty or something, but this one, we're good to go. So first and 15. Run 34. Down to what, the 33. Oh, I think that was going to be a pass play, but not entirely sure, but it was a fumble. So I'm going to go ahead and do a run play here. A run play, 15, bobble that snap. And it's going to go to him and then fumble. The ball finished on the 37. Since there is no advancement of the fumble, that's where he gets credit. So we're going to do it to the 37. And then his teammate, number 34, recovered that fumble and did not advance it from where he recovered it. Hit next. Now we have 3rd and 17. Complete. Didn't quite get there. So that was 15-1. Down to about the 22. It's 4th and 2 at the 22. Design run, number 15. We got down to about the 8 there. Yep, 8-yard line. 1st and goal at the 8. Let's play 15 scrambles. Pass. Scramble. And again, it's still tracking rushing. So if you wanted to, you could enter that just as a rushing play. I find that it's nice for the fans following along home who couldn't make the game to see, oh, they're trying to pass ball. You got flushed out of the pocket and so on. Down to the 4. 34 run. Ooh, we cannot see what happened here. Let's see what happens. Oh, looks like you marked him out of bounds. Run, number 34. Down to the 1. Yep, spots at the 1. 3rd and goal at the 1. 14 run. Did not get it. May have lost a yard. Let's see where they spot this. I think they're at the 2. Yep, we're waiting for you to put the ball down, Mr. Referee. There we go, 2-yard line. Okay, so officially a 1-yard loss. 4th and goal at the 2. And we have a timeout try-away. So timeout, try-away, 155. And again, I'm gonna see if I can skip ahead here a little bit. There we go. Looks like they're kicking a field goal. We'll go special teams field goal. Kicker is number 88. So here on the app there, you see where it says start yard line, kick spot, and end. We default to 7-yard difference there on the 9. If they happen to spot the ball at the 10 for the kick, you could tap this 9, it turns orange, and you can move where the ball is kicked from. So instead of a 19-yard field goal, it could be a 20-yard field goal or an 18-yard field goal. But that allows you to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and tap over on the end here because they are kicking it from the 9-yard line here. And it's good. So let's hit good. You'll see it makes the end yard line the fairless 0. Let's hit next. Clock is 1:49. Done. 8 play, 58-yard drive, took 4:16 off the clock. I'm also going to see if I can skip ahead here to the kickoff. There we go. Whip kick. Kicks it to about the 20, it looked like. All right. So we have special teams kickoff. Number 88 is kicking it off to the 20, where number my bad. Yes, here we go. Special teams kickoff. Down to the 20. Number 8 returned it to the 39-yard line. Right there. Number 5 tackle. And here we have a pass complete, 6-4. Pass 6-4. Out to about the 45. Tackled by number 11. Pass 6-5 incomplete. Pass 6-5 incomplete, and that was broken up by number 2. You'll see if they were in hurry up there. We're getting towards the end of the half here. It's pretty easy to go through these screens once you get used to them. The first quarter, I was leaving each screen up a little bit longer so you could see the screen. I was just taking my time, but if I did need to click through, it's pretty easy. Just find your number, hit next, and you're good to go. Third and 4 from the 45. Pass play. Back. Looks like he got negative yardage, so we'll do pass and sack or scramble, but based on whether or not it was positive or negative yardage, that'd be up to you. Or negative yardage for a sack, and then 0 or positive would be a scramble. Looks like he did lose yardage, so I'll do sack. Drag it back to the 44. And then next, and then the tackler there was actually number 70. And then we have a timeout. Try away at 103 in the clock. Timeout, try away, 103 in the clock. Looks like they're punting. We'll go to punt. At the 25 by number 20. And still going. All right, so we're going to go down to the 25. Return by number 20. Out to what, the 41? Nope, looks like it's going to be the 40. All right, back one. Clock is 049. Pass. Incomplete. 15 to 1 incomplete. Pass. 15 to 1 incomplete. Pass. 15 to 1 again. Looks like this one's complete. 15 to 1. Spotting it on the Fairless 49 for 11 yards. Pass play. 15 to 1 to the 44. Let's see what the penalty is here. I'm going to mark the penalty button. Yeah, the referee has the ball at the 44, so let's see what this is. So the 44-yard line is definitely yard lines. We'll hit next here. Penalties on Fairless. Looks like face mask. There we go. Looks like a 5-yard variety. So we'll do incidental from the end of the play. 39-yard line. First and 10 to 39. Pass. 15 to 1. 31 maybe. Yep. Pass. All right, he scrambled that one, so pass. Still number 15 there, but we're going to drag over and hit the scramble option down to about the 20. Looks like we have a timeout as well, so let's double check he puts the ball at the 20. He does. We'll do that. And then we have timeout, try away. with 7 seconds left in the clock. And let's go ahead and see if we can skip through this timeout here. Seven seconds left. It's probably the last play of the quarter here. Got a penalty. Ball start. 25-yard line. Pass. And he's sacked. Let's see where the referee spots him just for the statistical part of it. Looks like he's at the 38. So that's where we're going to go ahead and put it. So pass 15, sacked. I personally think he had a little bit of forward progress there, maybe 35 or so. But again, since there was no play following it, wherever they're kind of standing, that's where we kind of have to mark it. Had he not marked it at all, we could have exercised some discretion there for the yard line, but we'll go ahead and put it on the 38, which is where they marked it. We'll hit next. And that's the end of the second quarter. We'll do that. And 6 plays, 22 yards, 49 seconds off the clock, but nothing to show for it there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward here through the halftime. Actually, just real quick, I'll show you again. Again, you can see all the plays, all the drive summaries, all that kind of stuff over here. There's a lot going on there. And then you can see all the halftime stats and so on. You have time of possession for you can basically have all this stuff for media and everyone at halftime. Or you can email a coach if they want to check it on their app or on their phone from the locker room. So that's it. Let's go ahead and go back to our live. And again, the game cast is the same way. So here's the game cast, and it syncs every 40 seconds. So if I go in and hit refresh on this, you'll see here that everything is going to be here as well. And then so if you're media, they like having this up at halftime so they can start writing their story with some stats at halftime and so on. But let's go ahead and get back to the game here. I'm going to skip ahead. Sorry, bands. We love you, but we're going to move forward right now. All right, second half starting. Fairless has the ball, so we're going to tap on Fairless for kicking. The ball's in the left 40. So real quick, let's open up kickoff. It has them going left. We want them going right. We're going to hit the ball yard line. We're going to hit swap ends to change their direction. Move the ball back to this 40. So now they're kicking in the proper direction. So you'll see here they're kicking to the right now. I do have a separate video. I know I did that very quickly, but I have a separate video on our YouTube channel about using that yard line, how to edit it, how to swap ends, and make sure every team's going in the correct direction on the right yard line. So if you have any questions, feel free to check out that video for more. And the 35 was a short kick to the 35. Number 22 returned it out to, maybe they thought there was a fumble, but looks like he was down. Where are they spotting this thing? 39? 40? To the 40. Pass 15 to 10 incomplete. That was a pass. He did not hand it off. He did flip that forward, so that's 15 to 20. Out to the fairless 48. Drag this football over here. 48. Keeper, 15 run. .43-yard line. 2nd and 5. Run number 34. Maybe down to the 36. Let's move this over here. Yep, 36-yard line. Run play 34 again. 7 yards to the 29. Second and 3 from the 29. Penalty. Ball start. Penalty on the tryway. Ball start. Make sure they mark out the 34. Good job, Mr. Referee. And we have a run play 15. Down to 30. Now, obviously, that one there was an option play. Had he pitched it behind the line of scrimmage, it would have been all rushing just for the player it was pitched to. But had 15 gotten past the line and then pitched it or lateraled it, there is an option on the run play screen or any screen for lateral. And that lateral will open up a new screen where you can basically choose the player who received the lateral and how far they advance the ball. All right, pass 15 to 34. Down to the, where's the ball at? 16. Run number 11. First run of the game. Run number 11. You can gain down to the 10. Ooh, 15 to 10 incomplete. Pass 10 incomplete. Referee signaled it was tipped there, so if we saw who tipped it, we could have entered those for the defensive stats on the screen here. But again, I'm not entering those for fairless. Only doing it for our team, Triway. All right, 3rd and 4 on the 10. Got a run play. Number 11. He fumbled it. I saw him pick it up at the 7. So let's do run play 11 to the 7. Because remember, if you fumble it, you get yardage to where the fumble's recovered, not to where you fumbled the ball. And if they advance it, they would get fumble return yards from wherever they picked it up. So it's a run to the 7. And then I didn't see who caused it. Fearless number 11 returned it. Let's see where he recovered it or returned it to. Okay, to the 7-yard line. So there was no return on that. All right. So hit next. Clock time 8:35. And I did not see the tackle on that. I could have put a tackle, but I did not see one. All right. Another 10-play drive. Nothing to show for it. Run number 4. Out to what looks like the 11. Tackle number 5. Run number 4. Where are they spotting it? Set on the 10. On the 10, so we're going to go -1. Tackler on that was number 65. And again, anytime you select a tackler or tacklers on a play that lost yardage, it'll automatically credit the appropriate tackle for loss. If there's one solo tackler, it'll give 1 tackle for loss. If there are 2 assisted tacklers, it'll give each of them a half of a tackle for loss. Pass 6-4 complete. Out to, looks like right in the 20. We'll double check when he puts the ball down. Yep, 20-yard line. The tackle was number 2. First and 10, the 20. Who was a Wildcat? I don't think there's a quarterback there. That was number 4. Run number 4. Go. 1 yard, 21-yard line. 2 tacklers in this one. Number 70 and number 50. So in that case, it will give both of those players an assisted tackle. 1 assist for each of those players. Run number 4 kept it. Run number 4 down to what? The 38 maybe? 38-yard line and tackled by number 5. Now on that previous play where we had the 2 assisted tacklers, they do each get 1 assisted tackle. And by default, the NFHS statistician rulebook says 1 assisted tackle counts as 1 total tackle. But there's a user preference I'll explain after this next play. Another run, number 4. Out to the 44. So there is a user preference, number 11 tackled him, where in your box score and in your season stats, if your coach for some reason wants you to count assisted tackles as a half of a total tackle, you can change it from 1 to a half, but it defaults to the NFHS rule, which is 1 assist equals 1 total tackle. Just as a heads up, that's in your preferences. Got a run play here. It's like number 4 again. No gain to the 44. Tackle number 5. All right, 3rd and 4. A lot of back and forth. Not a lot of scoring here, but a really good game. 10-7. Middle 3rd quarter here. Pass play. 6-8. Looks like 5 may have broken that up. Pass 6-8. Incomplete. Next, try away. The defender was number 5. All right, 4th and 4. Looks like they're bringing the punt team out, so I'll go ahead and grab my punt screen up. And as we saw earlier, if they do fake the punt, you just back out of the punt and you'd open up either the pass play or the run play, depending on what they did. There is no option on this punt screen to do the fake punt. You have to back out and go to the appropriate screen. Punt, a good punt to the 20. 20 from the 20. All right. Let's drag this over here. 20. Number 20 returned it. Where are they going to spot this? Looks like it might be the 25. Yep, 25-yard line. And the clock is 4:50 in the 3rd quarter. Done. That drive was 8 plays, 37 yards, 3:45 off the clock. That was 1 yard for it. That was a forward pass. 15-10. Out to maybe the 46. Yep, 46. Pass 15-24, incomplete. And as you can see, once you figure the app out, these plays go pretty quickly. Second and 10 on the 46. Yeah, he did pitch that forward as a pass. Our team does that a lot. 15-5. Still going. Was it at the 45? Nope. New referee has him in the 46. 3rd and 2. Run play 34. Down to the 42. Barely forward. That was a pass. 15-5. Whoa. Down to what? Maybe the 25 there. So let's do pass. But they threw a flag. 15-5. down to what, the 25. There was a penalty, so we're going to see what happens here. Oh, it looks like maybe the 23. That's where the referee's spotting it right now. I think I don't want to leave this screen until I see the yard line from which they enforce the penalty. Looks like it will be the 23. I have the penalty box checked here. Face mask on fairless, excessive from the end of the play. Notice mine says to the 8-yard line. I can back this up to the 12-yard line right here. Next, I'll just bump this down to 10. The 1st and 10 from the 12. Pass play. Incomplete. That was 15 to 11. Second and 10 and the 12. Run play 34. Going nowhere. Let's referee him to 14. Maybe he has him to 13. Yep, we're going to call that 13. Pass play 15 rolling out. Ooh, I thought he had it. 15 to 1 incomplete. Gonna bring up 4th and 11 from the 13. And again, if they do try a field goal here, it'll default to negative 7 yard, like spotting the ball 7 yards. Let's see what happens here. What's going on? Oh, injured player. I did not see that. All right, let's see if I can move forward a little bit here. All right, there we go. It is a field goal, so special teams, field goal number 88. The ball spotted at the 20, so I do not need to move that. Kick is no good. Now, as I mentioned earlier, had they spotted the ball maybe the 19, you could tap the kick spot and move it to the 19 to get the right yardage for the kick if it were good. But it was from the 20. Kick was no good, so I'm not going to check the good option. I'm just going to leave it blank as it is. I'm going to hit next. The clock since the end of possession is 1:30. Hit done. And there's the drive summary. It's a fairless ball on the 20. Run number 4. 32. Tackle number 10. Run play number 4. To the 34. That was number 50. Another run play number 4. May have lost yards there. It looks to me like they're spotting that on the 33. So get hit next. Tackler there was 65. Third and 9. Ooh, 6. I didn't see who that guy was, but 6 incomplete. That was hurry. They was rushed in that. That was 6 to 5 incomplete. So 6 to 5 incomplete, and I'm going to give a hurry on this. And that hurry was on number 34. So that gives us a 4th and 9 from the 33. Little referee discussion here. Oh, waving off a flag. Bring out the punt team. Special teams punt. The 27. Number 20 from the 27. All right, 20 from the 27. There is a flag there. Let's put this down to the 20. Oh, so sorry, to the 27. Number 20 returned it out to about 45 here. There was a penalty. Let's see what the penalty is. They're staying on the Fairless 45, so I have the return to the Fairless 45. I'm not even sure who the penalty's on. Might be on Triway here. Again, I don't want to leave this screen until I know the yard line from which they enforced the penalty. Okay, it's going to be on Triway from the end of the play, maybe. So they're marking off from the 35, 45. Okay, so return to the 45, penalty. The clock time is 02. The penalty was on Triway. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty, so let's put holding here from the end of the play. And the ball should be on the, looks like it's on the Triway 46. Oh, nope, Triway 45. So we're good to go there. Hit next, so 1st and 10, Triway. And there's Farrell's drive summary. 1st and Triway on their 45. Pass forward 15 to 5. Out to about midfield. Yep, ball was spotted at midfield, so that's where we're going to do that. It's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. And before I skip forward to the play, again, just going to show you, again, here in the app at any time, you can always go down to your plays tab and then by quarter. I'm on a dev apps. This screen's taking a couple more seconds than it usually would. You can see those by, I could tap on the 3rd quarter and it would show the drives and the plays for the 3rd quarter. The production app would be working a little faster than that. I can go to the stats tab. At any time, you can have complete stats for both teams. You have complete team stats down here. And then obviously, I'm going to show the game cast again, which is the URL. So every game will have its own Gamecast public URL you can share with media and friends. So I'm refreshing it right now. So here we go. So it has 12 o'clock in the fourth. It's ready for the fourth quarter to start. This drive so far is one play, 5 yards, and 2 seconds off the clock. Got the scoring summary, top performers, passing, rushing, receiving, all the team stats, just like you saw previously. And then the stats tab and the plays tab is going to have the same information that the app had there as well. So looks like we're getting ready to start here. I do not need to skip forward too much, I don't think. Gonna get ready for the fourth quarter. Pass 15-1. Out to about the 45. Let's see if they give him a first down here. Because obviously, if they don't give him a first down, we would have to make sure we know what yard line we're on. They did give him a first down, so it's going to be on the 45. As a statistician, it's our job. Let's say it was past the 46, but not touching the 45. Typically, that'd be the 45. But if that was a first down situation, we'd have to put the ball in the 46 statistically. That was a pitch forward. This is a pass, 15-5. Like no gain to the 45. A run, 15. Run, 15 down to around the 25. Falls in the 26. First and 10 on the 26. Pass. Scramble. All right. Pass play. Number 15 was the passer. We're going to do a scramble here down to the 23. In case you weren't here before, a pass play with either a scramble or sack selected will give you those rushing statistics. So on those plays, you could choose run play and have number 15, but it'll be the same thing as doing a pass play and selecting sack or scramble. It just helps with play-by-play. The people reading the play-by-play can see what kind of play it was. All right, we have a pass play, 15-1. Down to about the 20. Make that the 19. All right. Penalty, false start. Dead ball, try away, false start. Make sure he marks it to 24. Good job, Mr. Referee. 3rd and 8 to 24. Pass. Pass to number 1, incomplete. 4th and 8. Pass play. Incomplete, number 24. 15 to 24. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Clock is 9:01. Drive was 8 plays, 31 yards. 3:01. Run play, number 4. Out to the 26, maybe. Looks like they're spotting him on the 25. Tacklers 65 and 70. So 65, 70. So again, it'll give both those players 1 assisted tackle each. Ooh. The lateral is behind the line of scrimmage, so this is all going to go to number 1. This is a run play. Run play number 1. The 24. And tackle number 1. And again, I said this earlier as well, were that pitch, that lateral to happen past the line of scrimmage on the run play, there is a lateral option or a lateral button you can check. So you would drag the initial runner to wherever the lateral person received the ball, received that pitch, and then check the lateral box, hit next, and then you would choose the person who received the lateral and however far they advance the ball. But that was behind the line of scrimmage, so it all goes to the one runner. Pass. Number 6. Number 1. Out to the 30. And tacklers were 5 and 11 on that one. We have 4th and 4 from the 30. Oh, I do see a flag on the field. They are waving it off. So let's say there was a flag there that was going to nullify that play. On the screen here, on the app on the right side there, just under where it says end 4th quarter, you'll notice it says that has a little back button or an undo button. If you hit that button, it will undo the most recent play that you entered. So it would go back to being 3rd and 10 on the 24. So I could re-enter that play or not enter the play at all and just enter the penalty if you wanted to do that. Let's say they're doing a punt. And the camera is not going to move, but I will tell you what happens on this play. There we go. So the ball rolled down to the 46, it ended up being the 47 where they're going to spot this. So I'm going to drag this over to the 47, and there's an option here. There was no return. So you just hit no return. Yeah, see the referee coming in with the ball here. He's going to put the ball right on the 47. So you just drag the ball to the 47, hit no return. So it's not going to ask you for the punt return option. And the clock time here is 7:21. Getting close to crunch time here. Run number 34. Out to the 49. Yep. Second and 8 on the Triway 49. Just forward. Pass 15 to 20. Pass 15 to 20. Down to the 40. But looks like we have a penalty on this play. I'm going to hang on the screen for just a second here. The referees are not going to enforce it from the 40. They're going to enforce it from the line of scrimmage. So whatever this is going to override the play. So I have my penalty option checked. The play went to the 40, but it's not going to count. We'll go here, no tackle. Looks like the play is going to be a holding on Triway. And since that play did not count, I'm going to select it to be enforced from the line of scrimmage here instead of being enforced from the end of play. And any penalty that's enforced from the line of scrimmage will override that play, and nothing will happen. So this is an 11-yard penalty, not a 10. See how they marked it off from the wrong yardage there. So I move this back to the 38 to make sure that it accounts for that properly. And in the play-by-play on the app there, you'll see it says a penalty for 11 yards from the 49 to the 38. We have a run play number 15. And there was a penalty on the end of this play. Click the penalty button and see what's going on. Like I mentioned after that previous play, during that penalty screen, the referees marked it off 11 yards instead of 10. So I just hit that left arrow to make sure I enforced it 11 yards to get to the right yard line. So here, long story short, I can tell you what happens here. This was the rare targeting on the offensive player who had the ball. So penalty, so he did get credit to the 46, and that's from where they marked it off. The penalty is going to be on Triway, and let's just call it a unsportsmanlike, unnecessary roughness for now, but from the end of the play. So that play is going to count, and we're going to mark it back. And notice that they marked it off not exactly from where they marked it off. So they actually marked off 16 yards from where they started marking it off. So we're going to hit the left button again to the 30. And notice the play-by-play there says unnecessary roughness for 16 yards. Because again, that's what the referees kind of noted where they're marking that penalty off from. So we have 2nd and 27 from the 30. Pass 15 to 20. Out to about the 36. 3rd and 21 from the 36. Pass play 15 to 1. Make this interesting here. All right, pass 15 to 1. About the 45. Let's drag it over here. Looks like they're going to mark it right in the 45. Leaves us at 4th and 2. And we have a timeout fairless. All right, timeout fairless at 4:36 in the 4th quarter. And I'm going to go ahead and skip forward here to the next play. All right, fourth and 2 from the 45. Oh no. And we have a false start. The false start. Ball's back on the 50. Good to go. And 4th and 7. This time they bring out the punt team. Looks like there's no punter selected here on this screen, so this must be Trave's first punt of the day. So their punter is number 88. Okay, there's going to be no return here, so let's drag the ball down to about where it was downed. Looks like it's going to be on the 23. Yep, that referee's coming in right in the 23. And then just check the no return option here. If you have time, you can always wait to see, make sure that's actually where they put the ball down. Yep, okay, on the 23, no return, hit next, and the clock is 4:27. 4 play, 3-yard drive, 254. Still anyone's ball game here. Pass play, 6-1. To the 30. Oop, 29. Tackle number 11. Six. Incomplete. Pass 6-4 incomplete. I didn't see any hurry or any deflection there, so I'll skip that screen. Third and 4 for Fairless on their 29. About 4 minutes left, down 10-7. Pass complete. 6-1 to, what is that, 37? 37-yard line. Tackler, the guy who ran him out, was 34. 1st and 10. Pass play number 6. 6-1. Kicked off. All right. I don't really think he had a return there. He was kind of falling down as he caught it. He caught it at like the 37, but I think he fell down at 36. So I'm not going to give him a return. So I'm going to just put it right to 36. So we'll do a pass play out here. Actually, yeah, I'll give him a 1-yard return. It was intercepted at the, let's say, the 37. Intercepted by Triways number 11. Returned at 1 yard to the 36. Again, that's a call to the statistician there. And then we're going to have 3:43 on the clock. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Triway. And they're already moving here. Run number 34. Up to the 33. Excuse me. Run play 15. Touchdown. All right, that was a design run. So run play. 15. I could drag the football to the 0, or I can just hit the touchdown button. Hit next. 2:45 on the clock. And 88 is going to be the kicker here. And again, just as a reminder, I mentioned this earlier as well. Whenever you're on the point after screen, whether it's a kick or a 2-point conversion, if they do successfully convert, make sure you check that good box before you hit next here. Sometimes it's easy to forget to hit the good option there. It is good. Hit good. Hit next. 2 play, 36-yard drive. Took 50 seconds off the clock. See if we can fast forward a little bit to the kickoff here. Special teams kickoff. Ball's picked up. Back foot was at the 23. And we're not going to see what happens there. But that was number 4 from the 23. So we're going to drag this to the 23. There. Number 4 returned it out to what, the 38? Again, they have not put a ball down yet, so we're going to wait until they put the ball down. They always make it hard. I think that's past the 30. I think it's actually 39. So right there. Tackle was number 5. Again, sometimes when referees don't put the ball down right away, it puts us in a bad situation. All right. We have a pass complete, 6-8. Out to the 46. Yeah, if they're waiting forever to put that ball down, whether it's because of a wet ball they're trying to keep dry or whatever reason, it can put us in a bind as statisticians. Run number 4. The 47, it looks like. Double check that's where they put the ball. Refs having a little discussion here. Something's going on here. I'm not sure what though. Looks like the ball is going back to the 40, out of the 47. So what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to mark penalty here. I'm going to do it after the play because I was at this game, so this wasn't after the play on Sportsmanlike. So I'm going to hit next, and then the tackler was 70 and 55. The 70 and 55. And then here, I'm going to do a dead ball penalty after the play. It was unfairless, unsportsmanlike conduct, and now to the 32. Yep, they put from 32. So you can put it either way. You can add it on to the end of the run as long as the play still counted, or you can just let the play finish, go back to the main screen and hit the penalty button from here. It'll do the same thing statistically either way. Now we have 3rd and 17 from the 32. Pass. 6-10. Incomplete, excuse me. I don't think the defender got a hand on the ball there. I think it was just dropped. Would have been a good play to make. I'm not going to give any defensive statistics for that play. All right, 4th and 17. Got to go for it here. Pass number 6. Oh, he's trying to scramble for it. Not going to get it. All right, again, you could put that in as a run play if you wanted to. I'll put it as a pass with a scramble, just for more accurate play-by-play descriptions. And he ran out to what looks like the 40. Yep. 150 left on the clock. And the tackler was number 5. That drive was 4 plays, 1 yard. Thanks to a lot to that big penalty there. All right, less than 2 minutes to go, fourth quarter. 10-point game. That was a pass play, 15-11. Wait, was it 11 or 1? That was number 1. Pass, 15-1, out to the 35. Round number 34. Oh, looks like he's in the end zone, and there's a penalty there. So run 34, hit touchdown, and also hit penalty, because we can do both in the same play here. I think this happened earlier in the game as well. And we're not going to be able to see what the referee is saying over here, but I can tell you what happened. It was a holding back behind the line of scrimmage. So we're going to hit touchdown and penalty. We're going to hit next. No tackle. The penalty was in try-away, and it was a holding. And again, it was from the line of scrimmage. So if the penalty were from, let's say, the 20, you could actually hit the spot of foul button here in the app and choose the penalty from the 20. So they would get the passing and receiving statistics to the 20-yard line, and then the penalty yardage back from that. But from this one, it was a line of scrimmage penalty, and it went back to the 45. I'm not sure the app, or not the app, I'm not sure the camera is going to pan back there, but this next play is going to be the last play of the game, and it is a QB kneel. So I'll go ahead and show you how to enter that. So I'm going to enter a run play, and it was the quarterback, number 15. He did go back 2 yards in this play, but notice on here there's a kneel option. There's also a bad snap option because, again, according to the NFHS statisticians or handbook, anytime there's a QB kneel or a bad snap, those are attributed to the team, not to the player. And so what happens here? Well, the bad snap is always attributed to the team. The QB kneel, some coaches or people disagree. They want it a certain way, also depend on kind of what rules you're following. So there is a user preference here that if you were to choose kneel, you can choose to have it credited towards the player or towards the team. I typically try to follow the high school standard here. So it's a kneel for -2 yards. I'm going to hit next. And notice here in the play-by-play, it says a team run for -2 yards instead of number 15 run for -2 yards. And that is the game. I'm going to go ahead and end the fourth quarter. That drive was 2 plays for -7 yards, again, thanks to the penalty and then the kneel. And then we're going to hit OK, and this game is over. And within the next 40 seconds, like I said earlier, as long as you have internet, it'll be syncing throughout the entire game. It's syncing to the game cast. It's all that data will be available in real time to fans, to media, and to coaches. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to change my screen over here to the game cast, and we'll refresh this screen, and we'll see if it's ready to go yet. And the game has finalized in the game cast, so you are good to go. So what I'm going to go do now is, again, you can see all the stuff here is on the game. This is available throughout the game. You can share the URL out to the people in your press box with you so they can follow along. You have the score, the scoring summary, box score, top performers, passing, rushing, and receiving. You have all the team statistics down here, and you also have the full individual stats in full play-by-play and drive summaries, just like you do on the app that we've been looking at throughout this video. So once you see that the Gamecast is updated, then in your app, like I said earlier, at any time you can do this at any time throughout the game, but especially at the end of the game, I'm going to go to the stats tab, and then the top right there's a mail button. I'm going to hit this mail button, and you can set like a default message here if you want to include it in the email that gets sent. So my head coach at our school wants me to include his phone number so that if when the media gets the email, they can call him for a comment about the game. So basically, this is my default message: is our head coach can be reached for comment at such and such phone number. For any statistical questions, please contact me at my phone number. But whenever I hit the send button, it's going to do a couple things. It's going to send an email to all those media contacts I've added to my account before the game, and it's going to send it to any approved user on my team. So I invite all the coaches from my team to be included on this team. So it'll send an email to all the coaches and to all my media contacts. And again, I mentioned this earlier at halftime, that email will have a link to the public Gamecast that you see here on the left, and it will as linked to download a box score. So if someone wanted a physical copy of the box score of the game with all the stats and stuff, that would be available as well. All right. Well, again, I appreciate you sticking around with this video. I know it's kind of long, but I know a lot of people were asking, "Hey, can you show me how to score a game? Not just like one certain kind of play, but basically the flow of the game, the timing. Can you keep up with the game all by yourself?" And I think hopefully you saw during this video that obviously it's great having spotter. My wife's been my spotter for a long time, but it's definitely something doable with one person. Hurry up. As long as you're on the ball, you're good to go. As long as the referees are putting the ball down the field, you're good to go. But hopefully you enjoy this and have a good one.